Hey guys, we are taking a look at Up to Mischief again today. I'm still trying to get a feel for whether or not I have this built correctly. I like the way that I'm doing it, but I'm not sure. I mean, we pretty much if it's got flash, it plays. You know, if it flashes, it stays. That's kind of the way that I've got this built right now. I mean, we've got these guys in there so that I have a 1-drop, so that I'm not sitting dead till turn 3. And to make those 2-drop counterspell guys a little bit better. Being on the play, if I had one of those counterspell guys in my hand, I'd be really happy right now. But as it stands, I'm sitting across the table from this, which is kind of lame. I could bind it up, but there's really no point in doing that. Lots of land right now, which makes me kind of upset. Let's bash, take him to 19, and say go. So the only thing that's good about this is that we have this unsummon here, so if he's crazy enough to run the Devour Dragons, even the haste one, we can just go ahead and pop it back up into his hand, and he will have an empty field, which would be great, because then we could do stuff like Hands of Binding and really get going. This sucks, though, that he's got so many guys already. Shit, I mean, we've got a lot of stuff that we can draw that'll be really good in this situation, but this was actually a terrible hand. I should have mulliganed. I just saw, you know, some playables and some stuff like that. Was actually the sickest rip I think I've ever seen in my life. It's gonna allow me to block the hell out of these guys, and I think that that's gonna be the play for right now. What I usually like to do is have the unsummon or something open for when I play this guy in case he's got the kill spell for it, but I think we're just gonna get tricky with the blocks on this one. I doubt he's got anything that's going to kill this guy. I'm hoping that he just thinks that I'm scared, and that's why I'm doing the blocks. So we are going to do this and hit continue. Freeze time, and we're going to play this guy. And we're going to hope he doesn't have the removal for it. And we're okay. Alright, that's what I figured. Sometimes you got to play the man, not the game. And this is becoming a very dope hand right here. So I can go ahead and just Hands of Binding this guy. And I'm going to go ahead and just attach it to this, because that's the one with Shroud. And now I've got the Counterspell and the Unsummon open. And I am really starting to fall in love with this deck. I didn't give it a fair shake the other day. This is the kind of shit that I'm in love with. I mean, anything with flash, instant speed gameplay is the way that I play this game. Like, this is what I enjoy about Magic the Gathering, is instant speed gameplay. So I think that we might have a 60 on this thing before we have a 60 on anything else. I'm just going to wait and see what he gets the mana to use it for, or what he wants to use the mana on, and we can just Jesus Christ, we can just counterspell that instead. I think that's probably the better way of doing things. That guy's got flash, that's why he's in the pile. Let's go ahead and move to attack step. We're going to bash with both because we've got our surprise blocker in the house. Do our 3 damage and Hands of Binding, yes. Going to go ahead and take that guy back down. Now, we're actually not going to use our surprise blocker. What we're probably going to do is keep the Familiar's Ruse going. Keep that open, I mean, because I don't really care about blocking one of these stupid 1/1s. You know, I want to be able to counterspell something. If we had one more mana, then we'd be playing this guy as a blocker, no problem, because he's a 3/4 right now. But as it stands at the moment, I think that we're much better off waiting to see what this guy does, because we're only taking 1 damage. We're only at 16. So we can afford to be a little bit cautious, and I think, and definitely the way I have it built, but I at least think that that's how this deck is supposed to be set up. We're going to go ahead and attack again. The fact that we have so much evasion with Hands of Binding is just amazing to me. It's also one of the reasons why we have these 1/1 drop guys down there. Yes, we're going to cast that, keep that tapped down. I guess we could have tapped down the one that was awake, but it doesn't really matter. We're able to do this turn and get our 3/4 blocker out, which will be really good. So I really love my hand. I think everything we got going on here is kind of gravy. So yeah, this guy is hopefully going to devour these dudes, which sucks because he's probably going to only devour the 2/1/1s. but I can still just unsummon it. Oh no, everybody got devoured there. Wow, that was not really the play he should have made. We'll just keep that one guy in hand for a minute. Play this land here. I might have too much land in here. That's the only thing that I think might be an issue. So obviously right now I get to just unsummon this 8/8. I thought that he would just eat the guys that gives him tokens, but apparently he had other ideas. I mean, I'll just tap that down, actually. Never mind. Go. I kind of forgot the Hands of Binding, because he played that way. I kind of forgot Hands of Binding was even on there. So this is certainly something that we're going to go ahead and do. Familiar's Ruse to counter. Bounce this guy back up into my hand. We can still play him, even if we want to, and we definitely will. I'll go ahead and take the 2 damage here. And in step, I'm just going to go ahead and flash that guy back in. There he is. It's a lot of dancing on this one. Oh my god, that's the perfect draw, because I was getting a little scared because he's got some stuff that could become a little nerve-wracking here. Go ahead and do a little bit of damage there. Yes, we're going to tap this guy down because I am going to Sower of Temptation this 8/8 because I can just unsummon anything that he's got to play. But it doesn't even really matter because I won next turn anyway, but I'll just grab the 8/8 in this case and say go. I really like this deck a lot. I didn't think I would. And like I said before, when I did that original first video, it was very unforgiving of this deck, and it was not very understanding of the premise. And to be fair, when you've got those 30 cards gated and you don't know what they are, this deck does not look spectacular by any stretch of the imagination. But from where I'm sitting now, it's pretty damn good. So, I mean, it's got so many tricks. Just the flash, the fact that everything has flash and everything's a creature with added bonuses connected just makes me really, really like this deck. Maybe we will just do a 60 this week, and I can just show this deck off at a later date. I'm not sure. You guys already know because you're watching the videos, but I'm just trying to think my way through. We got to start doing deck techs again. We've got to start doing deck techs again. But just they dropped these two in my lap, and I really wanted to check in this up to Mischief and see what we could get going here. Like I said, flash plays, everything else is gone. Like anything that isn't flash is pretty much up here. And a couple of the creatures with flash actually are up here as well. The only thing that I'm kind of thinking about is maybe Overwhelming Intellect. My skew is pretty low, so I could probably cut down to 23 lands. I'm just a little scared that I will get put off of some of these 4-drops here. But that's probably fine. Plus, I've got like the big fat guys that I need a lot of lands for. But I think 23 is probably what we're going to go with. Shit, I don't even know what the last card I'll put in is. Like, I haven't played with this enough to say that this is even remotely my 60, so I don't know why I'm trying to talk like it's tacked down already. But it's definitely a fun deck. It's definitely a deck that I have a lot of fun playing. I'll throw one of those in just to see what happens. But thanks a lot for watching this episode, you guys. It's just me monkeying around with that deck, trying to see the way I like to play it, the way I like to do it. And hopefully you enjoyed this video and kind of taking a look at that deck. I don't know. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's actually really, really good. We'll see what the buzz on the internet and what the buzz in the comments is later. But for right now, I'm enjoying it quite a bit. And we'll check up on it a couple more times at least. Try and tack down that 60. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. Be sure to check out my other channel down in the description. Click that link and subscribe there because it really helps me out. And even if you don't do that, though, I want to thank you for watching this episode. So thanks a lot. I'll see you all next time.